Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum dear students. Hope you are all fine. I welcome you again in the lecture of unit number 2, plants and their system. Today we will read about transport in plants. Plants prepare their own food using carbon dioxide, sunlight, water, along with some nutrients including minerals. Plants absorb these minerals from soil with the help of roots which are in contact with the soil. As you know that the roots hold the plant in the soil. Now question is how these nutrients and water reach up to the leaves where the process of photosynthesis takes place. Water and minerals from the soil are transported in the plants through roots. This can only be transported through some water carrying tubes which are present in the stem. Similarly, the products of photosynthesis which are prepared in the leaves, they have to be transported or moved to the other parts of the plants. They can only be transported by some food carrying tubes. These tubes make the transport system of the plant. Roots and stems are the plant organs that contain this transport system of the plant. They have thin tubes. These tubes are known as xylem and phloem. There are only two kinds of the tubes, xylem and phloem. And collectively these two tubes are known as the vascular tissues. First of all, we will learn about the xylem tubes. Xylem tubes, they are thick-walled, strong tubes that support the plant. They are made up of the dead tissues. Xylem tubes carries the water and minerals from the soil into the other parts of the plant, into the stem, into the leaves, etc. Xylem is a dead tissue in the plant such as trees. New xylem is made each year, forming rings in the trunk. As you can see in the diagram, you have seen a few rings in this tree trunk. These are the xylem, and they represent 1 year. One ring represents 1 year of the tree. Xylem is a wood. Now move to the next tube, that is phloem. The phloem tubes are made from the living cells. They carry the sugar solution which is the food that prepared in the leaves. From the leaves it is made during the photosynthesis to the other parts of the plants. There are holes at the end of each phloem cell so the sugar solution can pass through it. Sugar solution can move both up and down at the same time. Xylem and phloem tubes are grouped together or bundled together. They are known as the vascular bundles. The word xylem comes from the Greek word xylon, which means wood. Xylem is a dead tissue and phloems are the living tissues. Now have a look at inside of a root. As you can see in the diagram, water and minerals move up the xylem tubes to the stem. Sugars from the leaves move down the phloem tubes. The sugar is used in the cell of the root in the respiration. Root hairs. Root hairs, they provide a large surface area so they can absorb more water and minerals from the soil. And these root hairs or root tip is protected by a root cap. Similarly, have a look inside of a stem. A vascular bundle is made up of the xylem and phloem tissues. Phloem tubes carries the sugar which is made in the leaves down to the plant, and the xylem tubes carries the water and minerals from the roots to the up of the plant. These cells make new xylem and phloem as the plant gets bigger. Now move to the next section that we have learned today, that is leaves. Plants make their food during the process of photosynthesis, and photosynthesis happens in the leaves. Using their leaves, plants combine sunlight, carbon dioxide, water to make glucose and oxygen. A leaf is like a plant's food factory. It collecting all of the necessary equipments, all of the necessary components into one place so the photosynthesis can happen. So it is also known as the food factories of the plant. Leaves are usually green, although other colors exist. Whatever the color is, all the leaves contain a basic chemical called chlorophyll. This is the chemical that absorbs the sunlight energy from the sun. It traps the light energy from the sun. Now have a look at this diagram. It has a lot of veins, a leaf stalk, and a broad midrib. Now here are some specific features which makes the leaves appropriate or suitable for its functioning. These features are: number 1, they are broad and flat to absorb lots of light and exchange gases with the surrounding air. They are broad means they have large surface area, so they can absorb more light. As they absorb more light, they speeds up the process of photosynthesis. Then they are thin, so gases can get to all the cells easily. The gases can reach to all the cells. They have holes on the underside of the leaves. These are the small or tiny holes, and these holes are also known as stomata. Stomata allows the gases to get in and out of the surrounding air. They have lot of veins, as you can see in the diagram, made from the vascular bundles. And what are the vascular bundles? These are the xylem and phloem tissues. To carry water to the photosynthetic cells and carry the sugar away. Veins also help support the plant. Leaves come in all different shapes and sizes. Have a look at this diagram. Leaf vein provides a skeleton, it provides a support, and also it is a transport system. Here you can see a leaf of a banana. Banana leaves are very broad and they have a large surface area to absorb lots of the sunlight, so the process of photosynthesis occurs in a speedy way. Grass leaves are narrow, but they have thin. They are narrow, but they are thin, so the gases can get into the cell easily. Now have a look inside of a cell. This is the diagram of a cell, diagram of a leaf. All the leaves, they have a thick waxy cuticle, that is the upper surface of the leaf. A vein is made up of the xylem to carry the water into the leaf and phloem to carry the sugar, and these are known as the vascular system of the plant. The upper skin of the, now you can look at the upper skin of the leaf. The upper skin of the leaf is transparent. It allows the light to pass to the other cells. It is covered by a layer of wax. This is called as the cuticle, that is the uppermost layer of the leaf. And this cuticle makes the leaf waterproof. This thick layer of the cells is where the photosynthesis happens. These cells have lot of chloroplast. Chloroplast, it contains the chlorophyll, which is the chemical that absorbs the light energy which is required for the process of photosynthesis. Because the photosynthesis does not happen in the darkness, it always requires light energy. And as I told you that there are lots of tiny holes on the other side of the leaves. These holes are known as the stomata. And from these stomata, the water evaporates during the process of transpiration, and stomata are guarded by the two guard cells, and they prevent the excessive loss of water from the leaves. Did you know the raffia palm leaves up to 25-meter long and 3-meter wide? Hope you all understand. We will meet in the next lecture. Take care of yourself. Thank you.